Hello and welcome. Right, we are outside the Lego house in Billund for a Halloween visit, and I cannot wait to show you the inside of this. So we're going to go to a bit of a voiceover now, and I will do a show and tell around of what is in the Lego house. And just like that, we are in a voiceover. So come through one of the side doors, and the first thing we see is a couple of spiders which are dotted around all over the place, and then it actually goes to a massive picture. Now I didn't realise this was actually going to pick up on the camera, but it's one of those where it's sort of built on like a triangle. So when you walk to the one side, it's got all four, and then obviously it's got the writing on the other side. Apologies on the camera work and things being a little bit quick as I'm walking around. This is a very tired me. I've been up nearly close to probably 30 hours by this point, so I'd only just landed in Billund and worked the day before, so I know your heart bleeds, but we managed to get here because I wanted to get this done because it was a very quiet time to come. So this little tour is just the reception area of all the Halloween pumpkins, and then we have a look at all the exclusive Lego sets and see what's actually changed in the actual shop. But you can see the amount of pumpkins and Lego models that they've got dotted around absolutely everywhere, and they've got all sorts of bats and other things dangling out of the trees, sort of hidden away. So it was a real perfect time to come and just soak it all in, because as you can hear, it is very quiet, and there's only a couple of people building in the sort of pumpkin area, because this is a bit later on in the day. So the orange bricks that you just saw to the right hand side, there was a load of little ones making big Duplo pumpkins. I'm guessing Christmas they actually put it by a different door, because where that display is where all of the Winter Village display goes for Christmas. So hopefully they re-add that in this year, because I can't wait to see that again. But yeah, as you can see, all the pumpkins, different sizes, different faces, different eyes, different mouths. Hopefully this will give you some ideas for next year, because obviously with the backlog of Halloween videos to get uploaded, I thought you guys would want to see the Battle of the Parks first, and then we can chill out at the actual Lego house as well. So there is a full Lego house tour to come, and then we'll get back to the normal regular uploads for the theme park videos. But you can even see that all the spiders are slightly different colours. I think we've got some blacks, we've got some reds, and there's some yellows dotted about as well. This is just full of pumpkins. I don't think there's any skeletons down on this tier, but in the future videos I'm sure there's a couple of different bits and pieces that you'll be able to see that is slightly different. But there you go, you can see I managed to film when there was nobody in there, and they are all massive amount of Duplo bricks, which you can either design your own pumpkin, because I think there was like a little template on the floor where you could try and sort of copy, or you could just build whatever you wanted. And when I came in the following day, people were just making really tall models, and obviously just knocking them over and making a mess, which is the point. They have got plenty of photo opportunities here as well. Obviously this is one of them, and then there's a couple more by the front door, and there's a bigger one dotted by the entrance in by the big tree. But you can see that it's just big pumpkins on small pumpkins. They really did go to town, and this is one of the models that you can add bits and pieces to yourself. So there is like a little Lego brick holder where you can just add bits and pieces onto his t-shirt, and they just peel it off at the end of the day, and then it's all good to go again for the following day. The cafe itself was really quiet. As you can see, it's amazingly clean like it always is. That's one of the bigger opportunities for a photo shoot. I do believe if you do the hashtag Lego House at Lego, they might actually repost some of them in their story as well. So next time you're there, that might be worth trying to give it a go, so Lego can say hello to you themselves, because obviously their marketing stuff over social media now is absolutely massive compared to what it used to be prior to COVID. So they're a lot more interactive on the old social media, which is really nice to see. So you can see, hopefully you can see within this, there's a lot of hidden bats dangling around, as well as all the different scale pumpkins. And I do like how they are lit, how they're all wired in. You can imagine what that would look like with all the lights off. I never got a chance to see them when it was darker, because obviously the house itself is so well lit, so I don't know how how effective they were at night, but you could imagine that they are very, very effective. So these are some different bats. They've got the red wings on these, and I'm sure there is some spies and everything dotted about. And then that is the brick moulding or brick making machine, where you get your packs of 6 bricks, and that was just ticking over at a slow pace. We have a full video available of that in the Summer Billund 2021 playlist, which I did a full little tour around. So we followed the brick from literally dust to the bag, and I managed to catch the bag as well, so quite impressed with myself for that. So how many bats can you spot in there? I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, I can see 6, maybe 8 dotted around in these trees. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you can count. And I'm starting to say this a bit more and more, but if you guys are liking the content that you see, then please hit the subscribe button. It is completely free to do, and it massively helps with the algorithm of all the videos, which means more and more people get to see them, which means I'll get to film more and more when I go around the world, and I get to show you more and more bits and pieces. So that is obviously the whole point of this channel, comparing all the different theme parks against each other. So this year's very much been a case of Windsor and Billund, but as of me doing the voiceover of this, the trip to Dubai has been booked, and I can't wait to share it with you. Now, at this point of me filming this, not doing the voiceover, this was the set that you couldn't get. The reindeer sleigh set sold out straight away on the Lego website, and I was gutted. So I was thinking, I'll be home with a brick, they will have it here, and they didn't. But after recording this, I then spoke to one of the members of staff who are amazingly helpful, and you can use your VIP points here as well, so you can use your VIP card. They had just had a delivery, and she went out the back and she got me one brand new out of the big brown box that they had, and I managed to take one home with me. So that set is going to be treasured for a long time to come. But they also have loads of other exclusives in here. So if you didn't catch this in one of the previous videos, we have the 3 dinosaurs, this amazing display of the Ninjago Garden, City and Docks. I like how they've done all the water. They haven't just used tiles, they've actually thrown a load of sort of clear water bricks on top of each other just to give that effect. And then around behind this pumpkin, you've got all of the other exclusives. You've got the duck, you've got the house, but this is what they've done. So if you want to try and get some ideas to copy this, nothing was stuck down to the base plate, but it didn't half look effective. But it was a bit of a tease really, because obviously you can only get the gardens, you can't get the city or the docks, and loads of people were asking if they actually had the city in, but obviously that had been discontinued a long time ago. But I am very lucky to say that I actually managed to pick those sets up before they retired. So these are the LEGO exclusives that you can take away with you from this store and this store only. You can't get these online, you can't get them anywhere else in the world. You have the house and the duck and the new brick mould machine. And then I decided just to try and pick out some of the newer stuff at the time that I hadn't seen, and some of the other models that I had already made up, like the big Hogwarts here, which is obviously the micro scale, which is absolutely enormous. But again, if you've got it in your collection, how do you display yours? How do you do it? Do you actually add it into your theme park or your city, or do you just have it up on a shelf? And that set had only just been released as well, because we are a couple of weeks before, so obviously we haven't quite hit the 31st of October, and as of me recording this, we are nearly halfway through November. So some of the sets aren't brand new, and some of the sets have come out since. But what do you think of the Star Wars head collection? Are you looking forward to the new Mandalorian ones and everything else that's going to be coming out next year? Do you collect them all, or is that something that you've not yet got your teeth sunk into? Because some of those that you've just seen will be retiring at Christmas. And again, with the pumpkins, they have got the different ones within the shop. They've got the Duplo ones, they've got the Technic ones, and they've got Lego ones, which you will see in a more detailed video when we start going actually around the house with the dinosaurs. They had a good pad wall, as you can see the scale of it, and there is a Colosseum built and hidden up on top of that, and I managed to bring back 2 or 3 of these as well, because I just used my points. So I was very lucky. I think I brought back 2 lots of pad wall, I brought back 6 minifigures for a display that we needed for one of the lives, and I brought back 2 of the reindeer sets completely for free with my points. So that was it. It was a very good haul, and as cheap as I could make it as well. Now, this is one of the displays up top that I'm not 100% sure where it came from, but it did look very similar to like a Lego Movie 2 style. So if you know who the designer is for that, because I couldn't see the artwork, then please let me know in the comments below. And of course, going back around to the Star Wars selection, they have all the R2-D2 and the child and the Yoda in there. And then they've got all the other small Star Wars sets as well. So this shop it has everything in. They did have the new tumbler, the smaller one for the Batman tumbler, because the big one came out on the 1st of November, so it hadn't yet been released, and obviously the Home Alone house hadn't yet been released either. But I will be going back at Christmas, and I would imagine they would have all of those made up in the front. They have the minifigure factory here with exclusive torsos for the actual Lego house, which I managed to get 1 or 2 done. I got some Christmas jumpers made up as well, and again used the points for that, so I was very, very lucky. And that's their big printing machine of how they actually get all the torsos and everything done. Didn't take long at all. They can do, I think they said they can do 6 at a time. It's very much a case of you might just have to wait for the computers, because I went in the following day and there was just a massive queue to get all 4 of those done. So I would imagine at some point they might extend and add some more computer displays in, because it gets so busy at that section. And then we come to the mosaic bit, where they have the big printing facility just behind that, and then we start to head back outside. So I will catch up with myself again now. And that is that. We will have a quick run up to the top of the house, and then we think we'll end the video there. So they've got the nice bricks just at that side, and I'm not going to go up that side because he is pressure washing the stairs. I told you in the last couple of videos that they keep this place ridiculously clean, and there they are again. So that is where you have just seen. We've just gone had a quick look into the Lego house, which is obviously home of the brick. Hopefully you enjoyed that little tour. I have literally just landed, dumped my bags off at the hotel that I'm staying in. It's in the morning still, so my bags have just been left behind somewhere. Hopefully nobody's nicked anything. And I thought I'd come straight down because I wanted to see the Halloween displays, and I can't wait to show you guys the huge amount of changes that have been done in the park and in the actual Lego house itself. But guys, as always, thanks very much for watching. Hope to catch you in the next one. Take care. Ta-da.